Welcome everybody to this new video series of Distant World Universe where I, Solaris Ray, is gonna play the Borg. And the name of this series is gonna be Total Assimilation, the Borg Supremacy. So, what is gonna be the concept behind this series? We are going to play Distant World Universe and it's gonna be modded with the Star Trek mod pack. And we are going to play the Borg race, and we're going to play a custom game, and there's not going to be any condition of victory in this game. The only condition of victory that we're going to have for ourselves is the total assimilation of every single race in the universe, or their extinction, or their extermination, I should say, right? So that's gonna be the concept of this series. So we are not gonna be able to win. We are not gonna consider that we won the game until every single race is either assimilated or exterminated. So we're gonna spread the division of the Unimatrix to the lesser races and try to elevate their consciousness to our level. We're gonna add their uniqueness, the distinction to our perfection, and resistance is gonna be completely and utterly futile. All right, so I'm gonna timestamp this video because we are going to set the universe, the race, and everything, and then the video where we're gonna start actually playing the game, I will put the timestamp at the bottom in the doobly-doo, so you guys can directly jump to the section of the video that can interest you if you're not interested in the world creation. But if you want to have a better understanding of the world and what we are doing and playing, I suggest that you look at the settings and the world creation. Okay, so without any further ado, let's get started. So the first thing that I want to point out is the options. So in this instance, since there's going to be a fair amount of introduction, I'm going to put the autosave at 30 minutes. But in the future, I'm going to put it at 40 minutes because personally, I know that there are a fair amount of Let's Play series of Distant World Universe out there, and they are generally between 20 and 30 minutes. But for me, I found like it's a little bit short for Distant World Universe. It's a game where there's a lot going on. So I personally prefer do it 40 minutes. So I'm going to be playing the game until the next save, which is going to be in 30 minutes. Once we're going to reach the next save, then I will pause the video. I will make a synthesis and we're going to play next time. All right. So the videos will always have an introduction to introduce, to resume what happened previously, what is going to be the goal for this video, and then we're going to play for 40 minutes until the other saves happen, and then we're going to go for the next time. As you can see, we're going to play an expert, so I don't want the AI messing around with my empire or my controls. We have total full control of the empire. And also I want to apologize in advance. I still have a little cough. So I will try to minimize it as much as I can. But yeah, just so you know. So this is the settings. All right. And also I just want to check something. Yes. Yeah, just want to verify that everything else is okay. All right. So let's start a new game. So when you play this pack, they offer you to play a specific map. We are not going to do that. We're going to play a custom game. We're going to be in a varied cluster, 1400 stars, 15 by 15 sector. So if you are accustomed to Distant World Universe, you know that this is the maximum stars sectors that you can have. I personally like varied clusters because it creates some randomness, and don't like the things to be easy. That's why we're going to play in extreme difficulty. Because I love challenges. And when you play with a varied cluster, you never know where you're going to be. You don't know if you're going to be in a large cluster or in a small cluster, and you know that's going to add some interesting things. Expansion, we're going to start at the pre-warp to be able to define our start correctly. Aggression is going to be very chaotic. Difficulty extreme. This is going to be useless because there's no winning condition, so we're going to take this off. This is a good question. So, I definitely want the regeneration of special location, runes, space creatures, and scenery if I get destroyed. Now, resources, I'm not necessarily sure because we are going for the extermination or the assimilation of every single race, and that is gonna make our lives very hard if the resources are always regenerating, because the war of attrition is pretty important. But at the same time, that's gonna apply for us as well. So I think I will keep it just to see, and if it's too hard, I may change it in the future in season 2 if I don't make it, because don't forget this is extreme difficulty, so I don't know if it's gonna be a thing or not, or if I can even do it. So we're gonna see how far can I go. Maybe I'm gonna be the one exterminated by the other race. I don't know, so we will see. Research, we're gonna keep it at normal. Space creature maximum because I love them and I want to fight them. Pirates same. Strength maximum, but if I get their ass kicked, or if they are being destroyed, they're not gonna respawn. Proximity average. Boom, let's continue. Colony prevalence plentiful because I want a lot of people to be assimilated. So generous. Independent life is gonna be teeming. That's cool. I like that. Influence range is gonna be 100%, so that's cool. We're not gonna change this. Forced colonization range limitation, yes, because I don't want the things to go too fast. Okay, the Borgs. Okay, so let's have a look at our race. So, if you are not familiar with Distant World universe, every race have bonuses, natural bonuses, bonuses with resources, specific traits with characters, winning conditions, yada yada yada. But it's very important to understand the race strength and weaknesses, because then when you're going to play the game, you're going to know what you're going to aim for in terms of resources and in terms of, planet to conquer and all that stuff. Now, the Borgs, biomechanical, that is correct. Native planet, desert, okay, so we're going to have less penalties on desert planet. Production default rate is going to be plus 30%, 39%, that's pretty good. We are supposed to be extremely aggressive, very cautious, extremely unfriendly, which is true. Yeah, we are the Borg. You are going to be assimilated. Resistance is futile. Well, yeah, it's not very friendly, right? Very intelligent and very unreliable. Yeah, okay, that's Star Trek 100%. Now, bonuses. Cunning spy or cunning schemer, better spy plus 50%, plus 5%. Gifted scientist, faster research plus 4%. Industrial miner, faster mining plus 4%. Natural optimist plus 10%. Okay, so it's going to be resilient. Master engineering minus 65% for ship maintenance. That's huge. I love it. Warrior class minus 45% on maintenance. Fierce rivalry minus 85% on war wariness. So people are going to get used to being in conflict, and I love that. So colony income plus 18%. So we're going to have, if we have Necrostone, which is a resource where we can harvest in the game, we're going to have plus 6 strength bonus to new troops recruited in colony that have access to this resource. So that's pretty cool. And Iridium plus 10% bonus for all colonies that have access to this resource. That's very important. And plus 11% income bonus for all colonies having this resource. So if we have carbon fiber, we're going to have more money. If we have Iridium, we're going to be able to grow faster in population and as a civilization. And if we find Necrostone, our troops are going to be stronger while recruiting. Condition of victory, we're not going to play with any, so we don't care. Our only condition of victory, as I say, is the total assimilation or extermination of the other races. So that's pretty much it. Continental planets. So as you can see, this is where the weaknesses of the Borg in this game are going to transpire. Well, one of them, because we're pretty good at ship maintenance, resilient for war, blah blah blah. But in terms of colonization, they are not very good. So if we try to find colonization research plus 20% of the normal cost, swamp plus 20%, ocean plus 20%, desert plus 30%, volcanic plus 20%, colony, continental colony construction speed. So that's going to take 15% longer to construct a colony in a continental colony. Swarm plus 20%, desert plus 35%, ice plus 15%. So yeah, Borgs are not very good to establish colonies. They are more a spacefaring race. Now, this is very important there. Colonies with exterminate policy have plus 10% growth rate bonus. So in this Cinema universe, when you conquer a new planet, your race get mixed, right? The conqueror get mixed with the population of this planet, and you can define what kind of policy you're going to do if you want to assimilate the people in your civilization, or if you want to deport them, or if you want to exterminate them, or whatever. If you play the Borg and you conquer a planet, if you have the extermination policy, then your growth rate is going to increase by 10%, which is logical because in the law of the Borg, what they do is like they assimilate other races to increase their own. So as the time goes by, there is less and less of the other races and more Borgs. Even if those races get assimilated by the Borg with their distinction, they become Borg, they are not the other races. So that makes total sense for me. Desert colony can usually avoid natural disaster, which is pretty cool. Now, the other weakness of the Borg is the characters. Okay, so as you can see, we're going to have one extra agent, which is going to be cool. But we have 90% less chance to have another leader, 90% less chance to have an ambassador, minus 30% chance to have a colony governor, 20% for the fleet leader, 30% for the troop general, 20% for the intelligence agent, and minus 10% for the new ship captain. So if we lose characters, they're going to be hard to replace. And it's especially true for the leader, right? Because in the Borg, you have the queen, blah, blah, blah. Me personally, I don't necessarily like that aspect of the Borg. So what I would do is when I will create the planet, I will do that in front of you so you will know that I'm not cheating or anything. But what I would do is I will change the name of the planet and the solar system. And I will also generate a leader with a portrait that I like. The same that you're going to see in the thumbnail. And it's going to be my own leader. And I'm going to kick the queen. I don't want to have the queen. I am the leader of the Unimatrix. The queen have been defeated by Janeway. She was weak. And we are a new spawn, a new resurgent of the Borg. And I am the leader, the king of the Borg. Here you go. So that's what we're going to do. Now, let's look at the government. So we only can have hive mind, and we cannot have any other policy. So that's less flexibility there. But we're going to have access to unique Borg technology. But we're also going to not be able to access specific technologies as well. We're going to also have race cycles. So 3-year cycles and 5-year cycles. So for 3-year cycles, we're going to be more aggressive and decrease of caution, increase of friendliness, and increase of population growth. Okay. So it's going to be 3 years of cycles, 5-year cycles. Now, beyond all those penalties and drawbacks, we also have a few cool things here. So our ship size are going to be 40% larger, which is very important. Like in Disney World universe, being able to construct large ship is huge because everything is with modules. So the bigger the ship, the more things you can fit in. So that's pretty cool. Faster construction speed plus 70%, that's huge. Stronger spaceport armor plus 60%, that's huge. Higher trade income plus 30%, that's awesome. Now, we don't migrate very well. So that's something to keep in mind for resort and things like that. That may be an issue. Faster troop regeneration. So if our troops get wounded, they will regenerate faster. And we will know 2 historical location at the start, which is cool. Okay. So I really like this name, Unity. So it's going to be the Unity Collective. Okay. And I'm gonna keep this logo. I like it. We're gonna spawn anywhere in the galaxy. That's cool. We're gonna keep a normal home world. We're gonna have a starting galaxy, which is cool. We're gonna be pre-warp, corruption normal. We're gonna have hive mind, and you can see we cannot select anything else. But hive mind also means plus 10% approval, minus 20% corruption, which is pretty cool. Normal growth rate, normal speed for research, normal colony income, minus 5, minus cost, normal true recruitment, minus 40% in war wariness. I mean, it's pretty good. Okay, we will not have to change, so that's pretty okay. All right, so we're gonna put the maximum empires that we can have, 29. So that's gonna be a lot of people that needs to be assimilated. Okay, so no winning condition. As I said, the only winning condition is the complete assimilation and or extermination of all the race in the galaxy. Now, I don't want to have distant world storyline coming in the game. I don't want to have the Shakturi in it, because that's gonna distort the game quite significantly. I'm gonna enable the disasters and other events, race specific events, enable shadow story events. I'm not sure. I would let that. I'm not necessarily sure what that is. I don't think it's as disturbing as the Shakturi. But well, we'll keep it. We'll see. No trading of technology, and we'll start with the giant Calto. So here you go, guys. Right. So let's get started. All right, here you go. So let's while the game is generating the universe, let's have a little talk about what's going to happen here. So I'm going to manage the civilization as the Unimatrix, and the character that I'm going to create, the leader, it's going to be resurgent, a spawn, a representation of the Unimatrix. And we are going, in the roleplay sense, we are going to play an actual Borg that managed to reach a planet to escape the destruction or the chaos generated by Janeway after she defeated the Queen of the Borg. And not the Borgs were not completely defeated, but the Queen of the Borg have been neutralized or destroyed, whatever you want to call it. And the Borg seems to be in disarray. And in this instance, the way that I will think about it for the roleplay, the continuation of the story, a few Borgs, or maybe a Borg of the Unimatrix, managed to escape the chaos and the destruction and went into a long time travel and managed to reach another galaxy. And we are going to spawn in this planet, in the planet where we are. And the drone have managed to find people living in this planet and to convert them to loyal Borg and partisan of the Unimatrix, and wants to spread the ideologies and the perfection of the Unimatrix into this solar system, yes, and into this entire galaxy. Okay. Okay. So this is the first saving of the game, so we're gonna ignore that. But at the next saving, we're gonna pause the video and we'll continue next time. So yep, we are the Borg. This is who we are, and we are here to completely assimilate or exterminate all races in the galaxy. So I'm gonna put in pause straight away, and I'm gonna put at the planet. Okay, so Izimu. You know what? I'm gonna change the name of this planet. I'm gonna call it Unimatrix 1. What is it called? Kerat. Kerat. I like Kerat. like that name. Okay, so let's sorry, let's enter the editor. And the only thing that I want is change the name of that star. Gonna call it so originally it was Carrot, but we're gonna call it Unity, and it's gonna become the Unity solar system. And this planet, I want to call it Unimatrix 001. I think it's cool. What do you think, guys? Oh, quite like that. And also, like, if you guys have cool names to suggest or whatever, please feel free to do so. If you have cool names for characters, cool names for ships, cool names for station, cool names for planets and solar systems, provide them in the comments below. I will take the best names and I will put them in the game so we can feel that the universe is ours. Okay? So, what I will do, I'm gonna go in characters. I want a leader. I'm not gonna watch too much details. Yep, I just want a leader. I gotta pop it in there. Okay, now we're gonna edit our galaxy. Sorry, not the galaxy, the Empire. Don't want to watch too much stuff there. I just want to find us. Where are we? Yep. And we're gonna edit our characters, and we're gonna kick the Borg because I hate that bitch. Goodbye. Dismiss. Yes. There you go. And I'm gonna rename myself. Okay, I don't like this portrait. So I'm gonna change that with another portrait that I prefer. Okay, that's the... No, I don't want the Borg Queen. No. Looking ugly, no. Where is it? I prepared it. It's here. Just need to visually see it. There you go. The leader. Boom. Yes, yes. Okay, well, this is not very good. I'm pretty sure that our original queen was way better, but yeah, it's disorganized. Okay. -5 in trade. Okay, yeah, okay. Well, we'll go from that. Hopefully it will get better with time. And we're gonna call it Prime Matrix. Alright, here you go. Hopefully you will get better, man. Like those stats sucks. Okay, so you're gonna have to be better. So let's leave. Boom. Okay, so now let's look at our characters. So we're gonna have Prime Matrix that is our character that for now sucks, but at least the trade is going to get better because it's a skill that it can improve. But the military construction in Syrian is not going to be very great, but it's okay. We'll go with that. Okay, so we have 2 spies, right? So what we're going to do, we're going to do counter-espionage just to protect our leader. And we're going to put this one in counter-espionage as well. But... yeah, we're going to put it in counter-espionage until said otherwise. Okay? It's going to give them the possibility to... sorry. To get better, to progress in their skills until we can know what they are. And, yeah. We also have, what is this? A troop general. We don't know what their skills are yet. And we have a scientist, which is freaking awesome. Look at that. It's demoralizing. Oh my goodness. Alright, wow. Methodological, decrease the chance of critical research success or failure, okay? Realizing slowly decrease the skills of all of our character on the same location or fleet. That's cool. We're gonna put you somewhere on a research station far away and you're gonna be fine. But it's pretty good. Like that's 34% in energy, 12% on weapons, and 19% in high tech. That's pretty good. Okay, not gonna lie. Okay, let's have a look at our economy. Okay, so 1k of cost for the troops. We have 21k on hand, 6k for the colony. I think that's a little bit more than 1k. It's maybe 1.8 because they'd say that it's 4k, and the colony revenue is 42k. Okay, so you see, like if you go here, you cannot change. So this is gonna be our mentality, a hive mind. So I will guide the people to the stars. We have a population of 2,731 million drones, not people, drones. So the first thing that I gotta do, because we want the drones to and you see we have the exterminate policy, so that's gonna help. I gotta put it at 5%, so it's not completely free, but that's gonna help the satisfaction of our population and help them grow. So that's us. Yep, satisfactory. 2,731 million. This is our stats. Okay, we're good. Let's look at our research. So, weapon, we are researching the beams. Okay, makes sense. One thing that I want to research very quickly is the armor plating. Oh, gravity Borg only. 25 damage. Holy crap. 475 is not bad. Energy use. Missiles are 50% less effective against armor. Is that a missile? Okay. It's a missile. Okay. I wonder if there are things that are very effective against armor to compensate. So we can take gravimetric because that completely bypass shield and armor. Torpedoes, fighters, boarding. Yeah, we definitively also want boarding to be researched because the Borgs, well, you're gonna assimilate people, populations, ships, and stations. So that makes complete sense that we try to possess the ships trying to fight us. Yeah, and we definitively want to have the gravimetric weapon as soon as possible. Actually, I'm gonna do this, research the armor, go for the gravimetric. So first armor, second gravimetric, and third boarding. Shield. So the Borgs have their own shields and power, okay. So we want to have the warp technology developed as soon as possible. Energy collector, okay. Yeah. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna go enhance shield and go straight for the Borg shields because they're pretty good, I must say. I'm not gonna lie. Now, only Dominion, okay. Now that being said, the Borg shields are limited to 340. So it looks like the end game shields are maybe more powerful, but they are more compact. And 0.9 in recharge. Yeah, that's not too bad. Yeah, it looks pretty good to me. Okay. It's pretty cool. I like it. Protecting the planets. Warp, we don't have access to that. Okay. Okay, so I think what we would do... So we will want to construct bigger things, but bigger things means more expensive things. So... okay, so depending on how well we're gonna have fuel, we may want to have this and faster mining as well. Improvement of mining engine instruction 4 instead of 3. Yeah, okay. It's pretty expensive. I think I will put the second research to the shield. And energy collection, and by then after we want to have the space construction. Now, this is just a plan. I may change the things around, but this is what I'm planning for now. Countermeasure and targeting, pretty cool. Colonization, of course. Transport, that's going to be very important. Storage. So we do have storage and docking. Small and 8. Yeah, so you see like a capacity 55 and that capacity 65 for the fuel. Storage 350. Yeah, so we have it, but we're gonna need to improve it. Transporting people, that's gonna be important. Resource, so that's to find resources. Proximity array, we definitely want the proximity array. We want the medical and the entertainment for the economy. And we're gonna do that after. So depending on how is our situation with our enemies, we may change this around, but for now, in the economical sense, to try to develop our economy, this sounds to me to be a better option. Okay, so we don't have any research station, so we're going to change that. So we're going to begin by constructing stuff, so designing stuff. Okay, so the first thing that we need to construct all the time is a space station. Okay, so we're going to construct in Unimatrix 001 a small station, but we're going to design it. All right, so let's have a look. State basis. Okay, so small starport. Yeah, so I'm gonna auto upgrade it, but I don't think that there's gonna be many to auto upgrade. But so that's how it's gonna look like. Okay, well, whatever. But so let's see if there is any inefficiencies. So there is a weapon lab, a high-tech lab, and energy lab. Okay, so commerce center, so cargo base, free dock. Okay, there is 113 firepower, no armor. Yeah, I think that's pretty good for now, except that I don't necessarily want to have laboratories. Because we're gonna have a dedicated research station for doing the laboratories. That's gonna just increase the cost of the station. So I'm gonna take the labs out. That's going to reduce the cost of the station, which is very important. And this is for small spaceport 1. So SSP, so we're going to call it SSP. Emergence. MK1. Okay? So small spaceport emergence, because I like because that's what small spaceports are. And after we can improve it, but for now, I want something cheap, but we can construct quickly. There are 6 docking bays, but what I may do is to add another construction yard, maybe even, yeah, because we want that thing to last us for a while, and being able to construct the ships for the state ships. So in this universe, there is the private ships and the state ships, and the private ships is the private sector, the resort, all the companies that are not the state, the government, and there is the state ship that we directly control. So the station needs to be able to do both. So that's why I doubled the amount of construction yards, but I took off the research centers, because we're going to have another research center specifically dedicated for that. Now you're going to say, well, Sean, it's going to cost more to maintain, to have a small space station and a research station. But even if we're going to have a research station on orbit of our main planet, the advantage of the research station dedicated, in my opinion, is like when you deploy those research stations in specific planets or sceneries or areas that are giving bonuses for research, then you're not paying for things that you do not need in a spaceport, right? So that's the idea. So we're going to do that. We're going to save. And speaking of which, we are going to do our first defensive base. Okay, so now we're going to add a new design. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to create a small spaceport. No. I think there is another one. What is it called? Starbase. Yeah, a starbase. But this is gonna be small, and actually I may change the aesthetic of it, because why not? It's gonna be, let's that's Klingon. It doesn't matter. I will steal their design, because I'm a Borg. I can assimilate technologies. There you go. So this is gonna be our research center. So now the reason why I do it with a starbase is because if you look at the research center, there is research, energy, weapons, and high tech. But it's just to force you to have the respective models. We know what we need anyway. So, and the starbase is the one that provides the less constraint. Just need to have a docking bay, cargo module, fuel cells, command center, and warp core, which is generally the minimum that you need. And you can go from there. So let's get started. Command center, we said. Yep, warp core. We need energy. Yep. Fuel storage. Fuel. Yep. There you go. Docking. Dock. Jeez, it must be in front of my eyes and I don't see it. Docking. Here you go. Cargo. Okay. So you see I put minimum of those. Okay, I'm gonna change those quantities. I'm not gonna stay that way. But what I want is to have this thing having, for the labs, a lot of weapon lab, high-tech labs, and energy labs. Okay, so this is 80. I actually want way more than that. It's 100. Okay. Okay. So let's put 2 more of each. Because we are reaching our limit size. Cannot currently design unless it's in a colony. Okay. So... Oops. Did I... Ah, that's power plants. No. No. Wrong stuff. Energy lab. Here you go. High-tech lab and energy lab. Here you go. So we're still under the limits. Okay. So we're gonna put missiles because we have a long range, just in case. You know, it's not gonna have a lot of firepower, but it should have at least a means to defend himself. Okay, great. Okay, so I just keep missiles, and we're gonna need life support. Okay. Yeah, 1 missile. There you go. That being said, is a space entirely dedicated for research. I may modify the design to have maybe a little bit less research and a little bit more weapons. I may do that now actually because this is really bonkers. So let's do that. Let's add some more fuel just in case. Yeah, chunks, and the reactor as well. I need the reactor. So that doesn't have enough energy. Now it has enough energy, and let's put another sick missile. Right, that's pretty much it. Yeah, I don't want this thing to be super expensive. So, I gotta call this the Seeker, so that's gonna be the research station Seeker MK1. All right, save. Now let's have a look at our ships. So we have construction ships, which we're gonna need, and exploration ships. So exploration ship, what I recommend is what we do, we add as much as possible thrust. Okay. Yeah, that's all what I'm doing, and maybe adding some fuel if I can. Okay, so maybe I would take off 1 thrust and to add an extra fuel bay just to extend the range. Okay, well, let's take this off then, and yeah, engine. Yeah, so it will go fairly fast, and it will have a pretty good range. So this is what we want. So Explorer, yeah, I like it. We gotta call it Tracker. Try to find a kind of a Borgy name, maybe, or you know, computer names. Or let's see. If you have good suggestions, guys, please leave it in the comment below. I will be more than happy to put them. Okay, so that, and we're gonna look at the construction ships. Okay, so got construction. Okay, construction. Yeah, I like that, but Don't need, so the it's not generator but fabricator. Okay, so let's see. Construction yard, docking. Okay, has a docking bay, which I found it strange, but okay. Energy plant, okay. Yeah. Thrusters. Yeah, it's docking bay. I don't, like, is that essential? Holy shit, like, I didn't know that I needed a docking bay in a construction ship, but okay. Yeah, okay, maybe it's to resupply it. Yeah, makes sense. Okay, anyway. Okay, so once again, I want thrust, because that thing is super slow, and I want fuel. Modules. Fuel, and where is it? I'm missing it. Here you go. There you go. So I don't want it to be too expensive, but I think for now that will suffice. Yeah, that should be fine. And cargo, can I add some cargo so it can do everything that it needs to do at once? Just 2 cargo, just to add a little bit of capacity. Yeah, thanks. Bye. There you go. Fuel. I also want to add some fuel if I can. What? You see, like, it went at 142, 138. Okay, so I will stay at 142. Yeah. Must be a question of mass ratio or something like that. Okay, so we're good. Jeez, guys. Alright, now, before we pause the game, we're gonna build. So I like to put it at the center. Generally, it's construct where you point the mouse at. And we're gonna put the star port SSP emergent NK1. There you go. So we're gonna construct that. We're also gonna construct a construction ship. And after that, we're gonna construct the seeker. The seeker is bigger than our starport. Anyway, I wonder if it's in the design. Why is that the case? But our star base is bigger than our star. Maybe it's because it's a star base. Okay. Maybe I'll call it MK1A. And oh my goodness. Alright, guys. We already reached 30 minutes. Alright, so I'm sorry if I didn't pause the game yet, but this is the necessary step when you play a Distant World universe. You need to set the things right, especially when you play in Extreme. You want to make sure that what you're constructing is going to be good. Okay, so what we have done so far is that we have set the boundaries for our empire. We set it up as well, our character, which doesn't seem great for now, but hopefully our character, the prime matrix, will get better over time, and we'll have maybe some updates. Who knows? And also we fitted our ships in starbase and begin our policy. And in the next video, we will continue to develop our empire to assimilate or exterminate all life forms in this galaxy. I will see you next time.